Oh, good evening. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Rolling High Enough to Not Die. On the last episode, there was lots of murder in the woods, saving some gnomes, and one of those gnomes also did a murder. You guys were able to get some robes and some shackles, and who said it? You guys were going to do a New Hope.
That would be me. Operation
Yeah,
A New Hope.
You guys are going to do Mission A New Hope into the village, I think was the plan. So describe what you're doing.
So, anyways, so we have concocted this well thought out plan within a period of 3 minutes where we will just put on the attire of these cultists that we have slain and just waltz into this camp for the third time that we've been playing.
This plan has seen more development than a lot of the other plans this campaign has seen. So who's donning cultist robes and who is going to be the Chewy in this situation? Who's going to put on the shackles?
Who would be the most believable?
Captured person would probably be the alleged 12-year-old, is what I would guess, but I could be wrong.
Well, and also, you match the village, so I guess it makes sense.
That's true. If you want to put logic in there, Van. Yes. Love it.
And they have the masks, right? Like, I'm not talking about the fancy masks, just the normal, like, dragon masks.
The cult masks, yeah, they definitely have those.
I have a suggestion.
What's that?
What if our new acquaintance would don these very fashionable shackles? I believe he would be the most convincing of a prisoner with his acting skills and whatnot.
That is a good point. The cultists do recognize at least me, Ryoko, and Susie. Do they recognize Focus? I don't know if he's been with us long enough for them to even recognize Focus.
I got my butt kicked by them a couple times.
Okay, then yeah.
So.
It's hard to tell. The cultists you guys are immediately surrounded by are all dead, so you're not sure if anybody
can ask them. Yep.
We should have asked that one before he was executed.
We find ourselves in this position a lot, and a lot of the time I'm the cause. So,
mental note: ask questions before execution.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up of you guys to just let that guy be executed like that.
So we're going to go to the guy that's currently.
He said while wiping blood off his hands.
Yes.
We're going to go to the guy that is currently hiding behind a tree and say, "Hey, put these chains on."
It'll make you feel better. It's more secure this way.
No. He refuses to put them on.
Oh, me?
No, the guy hiding. Wait, are you talking about NJ?
Oh yeah, we were talking about NJ.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad. I thought you were talking about one of the gnomes.
NJ's cowering. He's walked into a party who started talking about dragons, and they just murdered a bunch of people who were just like out in the forest.
He saw the enslaved gnomes. Like it wasn't.
Well, not really. He was kind of far away.
NJ.
Aren't you at least part elf? You have good vision.
They attacked us, NJ. You have to realize we're the good guys here.
We are.
Sorry, there's some blood on my head.
Wiping the blood off my cheeks.
They're all dead.
Picking out chunks of flesh out of my beard.
You blew him up.
I don't think I like that phrasing.
I love it.
I've had time to think about it. Envision it.
You saw they had slaves. Now come here and go into these chains for us.
Trust us.
What our comrade Vanarin is trying to say that we are trying to do good in service of this world. And this will be an adventure worthy of the sagas if you were to play in this starring role.
I'm just staring at the gnome covered in blood.
This isn't about him.
It could be. I've led a very interesting life. You shouldn't just write people off. Except for that cowering guy. We should write him off.
All right. I need answers before you put these things on me. What is going on here? Why is your backpack smoking?
Don't all backpacks smoke?
Is my backpack smoking, DM?
It is a nasty habit.
What are you, a cop?
If you are one, you got to say it.
You gotta say it.
That's them's the rules. Is
DM's jumping around the screen.
Yes, yeah.
freaked me out for a second there.
Yeah, the signal got bad for a moment. And you're all frozen now, so.
Oh,
Let it go. Let it go.
Looks
let me
good
try
to me.
I'm not the bard.
oh,
Nope, yeah, you're all still frozen. Darn.
Okay.
can you hear us?
Nope.
Hey, yeah, I can hear
One
you.
by
There we
one,
are.
Okay.
everybody's leaving.
You guys aren't going to
and coming
move
back.
until the whole system decides it wants to catch up to itself.
Yeah.
Well, there's
just
still
keep
3 of us
jumping
who
around
haven't
the
left and
screen.
come back. Yeah.
Like a really weird Brady bunch.
Yeah.
Here's a story about some murder.
Oh, wait, you guys roll in squares so we could do that thing. Ready? Let's all like look up to the side, to the other side. Right, so
Nobody
they
on
do
the
love
screen is
that.
going to see it. They're just going to see a bunch of frozen faces, very happy frozen faces. You all look like you're enjoying this game immensely, which is bodes
Great
well
game.
for me.
We need
But-
the title screen like. Please wait for technical difficulties.
Man,
Is
what
it
kind
like-
of production do you think this is? One with money?
We got Premiere Semi-Pro.
All right. So who are you guys shackling up?
NJ. But he wants answers first. He wants
want
to know
answers.
why my bag is smoking.
Why are we smoking?
Cool.
Why are we killing people? Why are there dragons? What is going on here?
So those are actually all kind of linked together. So, dragons and those people we killed,
Mm-hmm.
cult of dragons, we killed them because, dragons.
But they're not dragons. Those are humans.
No.
People.
They're part of the cult of the dragon. So
Oh, okay.
there's they're trying to resurrect a god. I don't know if you're familiar with her name, but we've seen her a couple too many times. Or actually, we haven't at all. Susie's seen her. Susie's seen her. They are trying to resurrect.
The child.
Yes, the child has seen God, but an evil God.
I've
we
seen
tried
a
to
few
kill
of them, guys. This isn't new.
and
It's a regular occurrence.
so
Touched by an angel.
So, because they're trying to resurrect the evil god, we decided to go see good dragon god. And we kind of got their blessing to, try to correct this in ways that don't really necessarily directly make much sense to us just as of yet. But, I mean, that's where we are. And we'll try as hard as we can. Because correct me if I'm wrong, NJ, you don't know what the smoking is, but
Nope.
just so everyone else remembers, the smoking, we're supposed to give away the smoking thing to the cult, but We're not sure why.
just anybody though. It has to be like the right person in the
Yeah,
cult.
when we're
Yeah.
basically when we're asked to give it away, don't fight it. But
So, yeah, real quick recap. You guys found a black dragon mask, and Susie put it on, and it was
That's when I had acid breath.
somewhat of a bad idea. You guys then had it taken away, and you guys met Bahamut in Mount Celestia. He then told you, after you guys had been there for a while and gone on your own journeys, he had said, you're gonna go and you're gonna find this treasure because I'm telling you to, and then you're gonna give it up. You're gonna let the Cult of Dragons have it when they want it. And then you went and you got the treasure and you found out it was a red dragon mask. And you're still unsure. It has not been revealed why you're giving it up to the bad guys yet.
yeah, so we got permission to murder these people. They're still people. I'm sure that they're just misaligned, and it would be lovely if we were able to just convince them that, hey, the god they're following is a bad idea. But we've seen their camp. They're in a cult, and once you're in that cult, it's a bit hard to leave. You can see how them all chant around, and there's really hardcore about their cult. We've tried to persuade them with words. Often it leads with knives following. So we find it easier to not ask questions, but sometimes it bites us afterwards when we realize we really should have asked them some questions.
So the smoking backpack is a mask given to you by a dragon god, given to a
No, no, no.
12-year-old girl.
No, we actually found both masks, independent to the dragon god. However, we did follow the word of the dragon god to find the mask.
And you want me to put on chains to go and talk to them?
No, you're a prisoner. But, not for real. Just we need a good inn for while we're going into their camp. We're going to be surrounded by we don't know how many. Last time we went to their camps, there was hundreds of cultists. So we want to.
How do you know the person you are after is in this camp?
Well, we're just trying to save Susie's family.
Oh.
Which is in the village that she used to live in.
You're trying to save my what? No, I'm just kidding.
I assume so. Actually, don't know 100% why we're going to the village.
Guys, that's so rude. Whose dog is that?
But yes, so we just need an inn into the city, and I mean, you seem to be rather proficient at acting, so we were hoping in your proficiency. But if not, we can always have the girl do it. But
you see him look at the little girl, Susie. Oh, no. I'll assist.
Way to be convincing, Dan.
Can I give like sad little kid eyes? Just like,
I see
roll for
Susie
guilt
doing
trip.
that.
ooh. 12-year-olds get what, like a +7 in that?
It's whatever your charisma bonus is.
Oh man. +3. 7. So it's probably more like So, are you going to pretend to be our prisoner and put yourself at risk?
Yes,
I mean-
yes. NJ stumbles off into the woods. Like, just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Stumbles off into the woods, and George, I hope you see where this is going, but I'm going to use one of my costumes. And
Okay.
appears an old woman.
Now, is that one of the costumes that you initially told
Old
me?
woman and the other one.
Yeah. What was it?
I don't want to say it now. I want to save that. It's in there. I'll send you a text later if you want me to.
Oh, I'm looking for it because I don't believe you.
It's there. It's there.
Oh, it's not in Discord. It's in text. That's a
Just
whole
in text. Yeah, we went old school on that one. Poppy.
Poppy?
Poppy.
All right, cool. That works. You come out as an old woman.
Yep.
What is you know what? I'm just going to let you take it. You come out as an old woman.
You can't have my pristine, clean, perfect robes and jacket on as a prisoner. But you have this old, feebled woman.
Like
coming
face
with
and
you.
everything? Like the whole
Like full on, like
everything
a hood. You got like, it's full on there. It's part of my makeup.
Okay. It's not like you just wearing a frumpy dress going, I'm a lady now. But like you're a full on old woman.
Full on with the babushka going on, my head, everything. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
All of a sudden he's Betty White. Gotcha.
Yeah.
More like oh my gosh.
Glorious Leachman.
Yeah, Glorious Leachman, yeah.
I don't know who that is. I know who Betty White is, though.
Yes.
Yeah, so Betty White comes hobbling out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do?
Pull my short sword. What the heck is happening?
Oh, small child. It is I.
I don't know who that is.
It's not George. It's not George.
You're not who?
It's not George.
Why did you decide to dress up as an old woman?
Because
I guess
my regal bardic outfits would be too flashy and distracting to you and be off topic. So now we have someone who's easily subdued. And you found me, and I'm no longer able to work.
Guys, I don't know if I want to be like a part of a cultist group where it took 4 of us to take down an old lady.
Exactly. Like, why are we dragging this old lady back to camp that she just stated she can't work because she's too old? Why are we?
Like,
why aren't we killing her?
I'm 12 and I'm embarrassed.
I'm really trying to think of the logic here.
You know what? Since when have we ever needed that before?
Right?
All right. Well, I mean,
I pull out my pistol. I'm like, I just started blasting.
I guess an old woman does make a little bit more sense than a elaborately dressed man. Well, I mean,
Flashy.
whatever.
NJ's outfit is very gold red flash.
He's a performer.
He's a performer. He's like, Liberace's piano. That thing is like, wow. You need some more. You got too many diamonds on you.
I do know what Taylor Swift's red outfit looks like, and that's pretty flashy.
The flashy one with the sparkles, the leotard with the sparkles, it's more flashy than that.
Oh,
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do. It has come to me. You are a crone. You have had a vision of ill omens for the cult. And a hex, so to speak.
Okay, NJ,
just
let's
to make
hear it.
sure, just to make sure, NJ, you're fine with being strung up, right?
Oh, you'll be nice to old Granny, yes.
All right. Just making sure.
And also, this gives me a moment to be. I don't know what you are after, so no one questions the old woman.
Well, it's worth a try, I guess.
All right. Y'all put on cultists' robes and masks, and you shackle up the old woman. And I'm assuming you guys start heading into the village.
We do.
Okay.
Question: Are the shackles actually locked?
No.
No?
I mean, did we get the keys when we looted the shackles?
Should we have
Well,
looked for that before we put it in the shackles?
Well, I would have stopped. NJ would have stopped. I don't know. Whoa.
Yeah, you guys would have found the key in order to remove the shackles from the prisoner gnomes.
All right.
Think for it to be convincing, we should probably lock the shackles.
And then NJ is going to grab the key and put it in his shoe. Tucked
Okay.
away.
Like a port key, but
a shoe key.
Because the shoe was the port key in Harry Potter. In case
It's true.
anybody
There was
didn't get that.
a boot that was a shoe that was a port key.
Anyways, off to the village.
All right, yeah. Off to the village. So there's 4 of you in cultist robes leading an old lady into the village. You soon come to the edge of the village and you're stopped by 2 cultist guards who are standing near the edge of the village. Stop there. What brings you?
Just gonna nose goes like, I don't know, nose steps in the back.
He sees you touch your nose and step to the back, and he kind of eyes you. Bit short to be in a cult, aren't you?
A bit tall to making comments on other people's stature, aren't you? That didn't make any sense, but that's okay.
Actually, I kind of liked
Perfect
it.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tao Chi.
I also speak once. I was gonna say French, but we don't have French there, do we? I don't know what.
Anyway,
Are they blue français?
what are you doing with the old lady?
We found her in the woods skulking about. How's my cultist voice?
Roll deception.
Okay.
No, that was good.
I got everybody in the group, so I mean. 7.
Skulking? Well, she's an old lady, isn't she? She's hunched over all the time. She's walking by, look like skulking. What do you think she's doing?
We did hear her. Having Van do a voice. All right. We did hear her mumbling something about a hex.
Oh yes. I mean,
You all right, darling? You need some water?
darling, you called me a darling, you foul beast.
All right. No reason to get personal. No reason to get personal.
This is why she's in shackles.
What? Because she coughed on you? She's old. She's got old lady bitch in her throat all the time. Let her clear her throat. Give her some water. Don't chain her up right away. What do you think we are? Monsters?
What is
Monsters?
What is this? The Corona pandemic?
You?
No. Anybody else get scared and cough in public still? No? Okay.
Oh, that's really funny. I thought you were doing like an old crone, like the crone.
Oh, the old crone. You're way more clever.
That's
than
what I
me.
thought you were going for.
So funny.
That's of course what it was, right?
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Uh,
What's happening here?
uh,
Wait a minute. What are your names?
Oh yeah.
Rin.
What?
Rin.
Rin?
Rin, yes. Why? What's your name? I don't recognize you. Are you supposed to be at this post right now?
I'm supposed to be at this post. Are you supposed to be chaining up old ladies in the dark?
Well, yes. I mean, we were on patrol. And
Near
she
the
was-
gnomes.
What?
Right? Isn't that where we found them? We found them by the gnomes. They were watching the gnomes work.
And what are you?
What?
What are you?
What? I'm Lucy.
Are you a gnome?
I have
Did
some.
we start recruiting gnomes?
I'm
did.
a. What's,
And we
what's
brought one here to overthrow a gnome village.
I hate
Well, that's
gnomes.
insensitive, isn't it?
No, I just hate them so bad.
Oh, are you a rock gnome?
Yup.
She
Oh.
rocks the hardest.
Make sense then. All right, never mind. No more questions.
I stepped behind you.
Okay. Well, I mean, darling, if you have a message about a hex, you can give it to me, and I'll pass it on.
Is he talking to me?
Yeah, the old lady. Yeah, the one with the message about the hex.
Hex about all of you. I should have casted hex on all of you. It's just, I don't have all of you.
Oh, you want to cast a hex on all of us?
Oh, you don't know, do you?
No, it's why I'm asking questions, isn't it?
Foolish child, you. You don't know. I have cast a hex upon this entire land, and soon you shall perish and burn.
Oh, lovely. All right. Well, he turns to all of you guys. I know that they're cleaning up the longhouse, the main building. I don't know what gnomes call it. It's the big building, the building with gnomes go there. They burned it down. They're cleaning it up. See if there's anything valuable left. You can take her, and you can make her sift through wreckage.
No.
Yes, darling, yes. And maybe then you'll rethink threatening people, especially when they've offered you water, sweetheart.
Water. I spit on his near his feet.
I'll kind of like shoulder check NJ and just like, you heard him. Let's go.
Oh.
Whoa, she's still old, mate. She's still old. She can spit. It's fine. She's harmless. Don't be rough. Don't go breaking her. She breaks something, we've got to kill her. But you know, if we just let her cuss and threaten, then we can still, you know, use her for old lady labor.
That's fair. I pat her on the shoulder and just like try to. Well, still have to make a move. Let's go.
Yeah. Remember, mate. Remember, we might now no longer be the doomed, but that doesn't give us a right to push others around, right? They're already doomed. It's fine. Let their doom come when it comes. We don't have to rush it on, especially not old geezers like her. She can't have much longer now, can she? Let her enjoy this. Let her enjoy sifting through rubble.
Oh, I have seen the future. I've seen your future too, child.
I bet you have, my dear. Anyway, buildings that way, and good luck.
I wish I had subtle spell. I was going to cast hex on them, but I'm like, I would have to be saying it, so it wouldn't make any sense.
I start walking. I know where I'm going. I'm
Just
going.
leaves without us. We're like,
Yeah.
wait, we're in charge of you.
Yeah, Rin's just trying to. I was trying to get her to already move over there, so Rin was following her.
Cool. Yeah, you all head in that direction, and sure enough, you come to a gnomish longhouse. This is where like the main banquets were held. Anytime there was a ceremony or a feast or coming of age or anything like that, this is where all of that would usually take place. This is also where the town elder had his office and home. It has been burned nearly completely. Some of the skeletal frame of the longhouse remains, but you do see a small handful of gnomes being watched over by some other cultists, sifting through the wreckage and pulling out plates, goblets, broken pots, bits of chairs that were destroyed, stuff like that.
How many gnomes?
4.
4.
You said there's 4 gnomes.
4 gnomes and 3 guards.
Do I recognize the gnomes?
Yeah, you recognize the gnomes.
Who are they? Are they like of importance to me at all, or are they just like nameless gnomes?
They're just gnomes. Like it's a small village. You recognize them, but they weren't like friends or anything.
It's no one.
We're nice.
Sorry, Susie. I know one of your parents is dead and one of them is missing. Which one? I didn't have it in my notes.
Yeah, sure. Let's bring this up. This is great. So,
This isn't in character. Van's not asking you. I'm
She's
asking
about to have a
you.
Batman level breakdown. My parents.
oh man, but I'm gonna sound terrible if I get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure my mom is dead and my dad is missing.
That's the impression I'm under.
Dad's dead. Mom is missing.
Oh, that's why
This is my best friend, and I side with her no matter what.
I'm pretty sure I wrote down. Okay, cool.
I wrote it down the opposite too.
Cool beans. So, and that's easy to remember. Dad dead, mom missing. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, okay.
Wow, you're like Anakin Skywalker. Is your dad really dead?
Don't mess with me. Just kidding.
She just hates sand so much.
Look at them. All of them.
Okay, so we're just passing by them, or are they in the area we're dropping off NJ/not dropping her off?
Well, you were told to bring her here to sift through wreckage.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and not be recognized because that would be unfortunate.
You're wearing a
Go
mask.
ahead and start sifting wreckage, and I'm going to approach the gnomes.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep my disguise on for now.
Oh, how long have you all been here? Sifting this horrible wreckage of this beautiful town.
Don't talk. Just sift. Don't talk. Just work.
Oh.
Just work.
And I go and I strategically place myself so I can see the guards as I'm sifting, and watch my friends.
Yeah, they
Just
see you
5
too.
minutes and you chained me up.
You can see the guards just kind of chatting to one another,
Mm-hmm.
and your friends are standing there awkwardly, not really sure what to do.
Right.
I thought he had a plan. I mean, but we're from here.
We're in. Now what?
Well, we're in. We
Aren't
didn't
they
expect to get this far.
helping you get in? I don't know what they're supposed to be doing for you. Go, go.
Give me a perception check there, NJ.
Assassin's Creed always makes this look so easy.
Perception. What is my perception modifier? Perception. That's not the right word. A dirty 20.
Cool, yeah. So you're sifting around and you're kicking parts of debris out of the way for a good 10 minutes before you find the charred remnants of a book.
Oh. Can I read it at all? Anything?
Yeah, you pick it up and it's handwritten in Gnomish. It appears to be written by the town elder.
Okay.
Oh, you, small one. You small guard. Yes, you.
And I point towards Susie.
Lucy.
Lucy.
I'm just
Lucy.
You small one. It's important to you.
And I toss her the book.
Anything of learning and knowledge is important to me.
The guards hear you say that and they immediately look in your direction.
So I can destroy it for its blasphemy.
They begin nodding and they go back to their conversation. But yeah, you open it and you begin reading, and it's a lot of town record. Give me a quick perception check.
Guys, this is not my game.
This is nobody's game so far,
Yeah.
except for
I shouldn't even
Jay's
bother
impression.
adding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you flip through it real quick, and you just let you just kind of hang on to it.
Can I put it in like my bag, just so I don't? But like
Sure.
it's like stealthily.
Sure.
If she could read, she'd be really upset.
All right, Rin's just going to walk around this hut just to kind of get the lay of the village to see who's around, if the gnomes are only scavenging this one area, or if there's any other like gnomes that you can see around.
Sure, yeah. You walk off. You're walking in between other huts. You're walking in between some other stores. There's lots of gazebos and sitting areas set up throughout the town. The gnomes just really love that, apparently. And once you clear like your second cluster of buildings, you see that in what seems to be the very center of the village is now this wide, massive pit that has been mined into the center of town. And you can you stand at the edge and you can see that it goes down maybe about 100 feet. And there's like a spiral ramp going around the edge.
Okay, so it doesn't lead like to a tunnel. It's just like a pit, from what I could see, right?
Yeah, it's just a big pit.
Do I hear any like tinking of rock or anything like that? Do I hear like active digging?
Not at the moment. You do not know.
All right. I'll kind of just walk a bit closer to the edge and just see if I could see the bottom to see like if they have reached anything of note, like if they're trying to excavate something or fill this with something or anything like that.
Yeah. You kind of walk to the edge and you peer down. Give me a perception check.
Perception. A 13.
You can see torches that are lit and stuck into the walls, the edges of this pit, going all the way down, and it's illuminating this spiral rampart that's leading to the bottom of the pit. You do see one guard tower with a guard atop it, and he's just kind of hanging out near the bottom of the pit. And you see a few other people. But before you can get too much examining in, you hear a voice come from behind you. Be careful there, Sonny. You wouldn't be the first unlucky one what's falling in.
I'm watching my foot. Thanks for the warning, though. And I'll just kind of turn around and just like, and let's see, like I see him like actively like rushing towards me. I'm just going to keep like tiptoeing near the edge.
Now you you turn around and you see this incredibly old, incredibly weathered turtle with a very large and spiked shell, kind of hobbling his way towards you, and he carries a massive war hammer that he's also using as a cane. In this war hammer, you do see set in the side of the head of the hammer a familiar red gem, and he kind of chuckles as he hobbles his way past you. Watch yourself wherever you go. You should be more careful. This pit's not for you. And he begins to walk down that ramp.
All right. As he begins walking down, I'm just going to continue my little pathing around the little hut that NJ was scavenging from.
Yeah. You complete your circle and you make it back, and you're kind of like on the other side of that longhouse now. You can see that the other guards are beginning to like round up the gnomes, and they're like kind of, picking through all the little trinkets or things that they had sifted through the debris for. They're not really picking much. One holds up kind of a nice like a nice pewter goblet. He's all right, yeah, and he pockets that. Another one claims a small handful of forks, and another one complains loudly that there's nothing worthwhile before they begin, kicking the gnomes off in another direction.
All right. As I continue around, I'll just let everyone in the party know about the pit and the familiar red gem. I'm sure it's familiar for some reason, but I don't know why it's familiar.
Oh, give me a perception.
An 18.
It looks a lot like that one gem that Ryoko has.
Ah, okay.
Do I still have it?
All right.
Yeah, you do. You still have it. You didn't
Yeah.
carve that out of an old man's chest for nothing, did you?
I
think
mean,
I'm
she
getting
is
gems
Ryoko.
confused. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just let
I
everyone
remember
know
now. Yes.
about the pit and everything that I saw while I was doing my little patrol around the area, and the weird turtle that went into the pit. Was
Bless
the turtle wearing any regalia of the cult?
He was not wearing any regalia of the cult.
All right. Yeah, we'll let him know. I'm assuming I don't hear commotion coming from the pit, like from the guard tower or anything like that as I was walking away, right?
Nope, you sure didn't.
So all right, he was expected. That's just all I was making sure. As we're kind of just standing around, I'll ask our guards our group here, other than unfortunately NJ. So, what exactly is our plan here? How do we plan to get the gnomes out, and now NJ as well?
NJ's still there. The guards didn't take NJ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just took the gnomes. NJ is totally your problem as far as they're concerned.
I think it'd be best to find out where they are taking the gnomes.
I assume they're picking a new building for them to loot. I look direction that they all scampered off to.
What time is it?
It's
DM.
late.
Late,
Oh.
so they might be retiring for the evening.
Yeah. As you look off in that direction, you don't see any other burned down buildings. But if you would like to, you can try to follow.
Sounds like a plan. I mean, NJ's a prisoner, like the gnome, so I assume they would go a similar place. So I guess we can lead them that way.
Makes sense to me. Just put the old lady in with a bunch of gnomes. I mean, nobody's gonna ask any questions.
Yeah. You head off that way to where you assume might be the holding point for all of the gnomes that are still alive. And after a while, you do come across this very large cage that currently houses, from your best guess, about 80 gnomes.
That's a large cage.
It's a very large cage.
Sushi's having feelings.
How many guards are around the cage?
There's 3 standing guard at the door. One of them chats for a little bit and then continues to walk around the cage, which would be his normal guard route. And then there are the 3 that you guys followed, and they're walking away. Not towards you, just away.
Where is this cage in position to the rest of the camp?
To the rest of the village,
Yeah.
it's on the edge of the village.
How close to the woods?
Not very close at all. You can actually see that they've chopped down several trees in order to possibly make this cage or other things.
Okay. And you said there's a total of 3 guards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a second.
Assuming we're not near anyone. So
Yeah.
something we could do is, I believe, Ryoko, don't you have a thing that might help us obscure their vision? The look on your face makes me believe that you totally know what I'm talking about.
Totally no. Like a spell? Or like
Yes.
yeah,
To my knowledge,
I'm unsure. Please hold it. I could do darkness. Is that what you're talking about?
that is the one I was looking for.
Yes. Okay. I've never done this before. Okay.
So-
All right. I see you.
What we could do is what kind of, I mean, we can't really see much of their face because they're all wearing masks, but do they mostly look like humans around us that we could tell, or is it kind of hard?
Best guess, you would guess that they're humans, yeah.
So what we can go for is, as long as we make it dark enough by grabbing torches, you can then cast darkness. They wouldn't even know it's unnatural, and then we just need a way to open the cage. and then we can get everyone out. Problem is, I don't have a good way to open the cage as of right now. I don't know if you all have anything.
I
Excuse me.
have daggers. I could
Yeah,
cut
you
the
do.
lock.
What you said it was made out of wood, right? I mean, we could try to cut it open, but I don't know how long that'll take. You
Yeah,
only had
that
darkness
might.
for a minute.
Well,
It
and
does
yeah, it's
hold 80 gnomes, so it does need to be pretty strong. It's made out of some very thick, sturdy logs.
Is it in a really big room?
It's a really big cage outside.
Outside. Oh, so
Ryoko
if
being-
I used, sorry, if I used enlarge, would it make the cage bigger so it's bigger gaps and they could just walk out?
Is enlarge reduce usable on
limited.
items?
It is, but I think it's limited to 5 by 5 feet, and I don't think the cage is that big. If they can fit 80 gnomes, it better not be that big. Or that small, I mean.
Well, Ryoko being a rogue, I mean, not trying
Yeah.
to meta, but don't you have a lockpicking?
for me.
Yeah.
It would be in darkness
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
if they're using
Oh.
that.
Well, Susie has double sight, so she can try to lockpick it.
Right.
Yes, I have devil sight. Sorry.
Am I with them still? I was.
Through the cage.
We were. Well, no.
Kidding.
We were dragging her over towards the cage, so we weren't there yet. We were kind of making a plan before we throw her in the cage with everyone else.
I mean, am I? Where's the distance that they can't hear us if I whisper to someone in our party?
Yeah, you guys can discuss comfortably.
So if you bring me closer to the cage and I collapse and expire by some of those gods, you think I could distract them for a minute and have our roguish friend assist?
We could try that. Yeah.
You might want to clarify assist. Otherwise, she'll start murdering people.
Oh, that food. She can't open the gate, but she looks like she could open a few amount of doors.
Possibly.
Yes. So I could possibly come over and distract our friends.
By pretending to be dead.
Yes, coming. Benorin could push me over, and I could fall down and into the arms of one of the old hooded figures, and fall down to the ground, so they're completely distracted by me and start to die. What do you think?
I mean, we
I'll
can
do
definitely
what
try
needs
it.
to be done.
I think it's the best plan we got so far.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to clarify, you want to walk up to these two guards, play dead, and while they notice you play dead, Ryoko's going to pick a lock.
Away from the door, like we're gonna get nearer the door and distract them so they try to leave.
Yeah.
And I say,
Okay,
I look over at Lenore and say, make it count. And I start stumbling closer. Are we all ready? Are we all ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
All right. So you
What's in-
all walk NJ, the old lady, up to the cage.
And I stop. I stop before we get too close.
Uh-huh.
And forcefully stop. And I look over at Venor and
Oh, you can't make me go in there.
What do you mean, old lady? You have to go in. You're a prisoner.
No!
Well, come on. Like, I kind of like jiggle her arm up and down as if I'm like forcing her, but I'm not actually moving her at all.
and I flail and I fall down.
Great. I need both of you to roll performance.
Oh, easy. You're acting to a bog.
16. Nice.
All right, yeah. NJ, you fall down and you spasm a bit and you play dead. And these guards are just kind of watching you guys.
Come on, you gotta go. And I'll kind of like, can I get some help here? I'll feel her head, like, and I like try to feel her pulse. Like, she's breathing. Can I get someone's help here? And she kind of like try to wave over one of the guards. There's like 5 of them behind me. Ignore them.
One of the guards, why are you waving us over? You got 5 of you standing right there. That one's nice and tall. Ask him to do it.
I'm gonna do. So tell me if I can do this. I want to use prestidigitation to make her skin completely cold and clammy, like it is like dead to the touch.
Sure. Yes, that happens. You do exactly that. Dope. Yep. For sure.
And then I'm going to also use prestidigitation, like to make it look like she just relieved herself, to make it even more convincing.
Yeah, you poop NJ's pants for him.
Yes.
Welcome to the group, NJ.
Hi guys, I'm back. What did you do to somebody's pants?
So NJ is playing dead, and to
Focus
sell it,
pooped my
Focus has made NJ poop his pants.
Why do I feel like this isn't the first time this has been brought up in our group? Like that joke.
I've made people fart. There's a
Okay,
difference.
that's
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
I'm
This
sorry
one is
about
more
that.
intense.
This one's more committed. Okay.
We're really leaning into this bit, but I also gave NJ cold, clammy skin, like
Yes.
dead skin.
Very convincing. These guys
To
fully
me.
believe that NJ is dead.
Can we talk about how, like, hey, NJ, welcome to our group. Now you're an old lady and you're dead and they made you poop your pants. Way to commit to our group. Welcome.
Yes.
I go down there with Vanner and trying to move. She's got all this dead weight. We can't move her. I knew I shouldn't have worked out my muscles the other day. I'm so sore.
Roll deception.
Why can't I be a good liar? I've been failing at this every time. 11?
You sound pretty old. How do we know you ain't just always sure making excuses because you want us to move away from our post? This is our door. Yeah, this is our door. We guard the door. Now, if that old lady had died inside our cage, she'd be our problem, but she didn't. That one there was too rough with her, and now she's dead. Yeah, so she's your problem still. Yeah. How do we know she's actually dead? You there, he points at Van. Give her a lick.
How is that going to prove her
Yay!
that she's dead?
Well, if she's dead, she won't react. But if she's live, nobody wants to be licked.
I don't
Yeah,
follow.
do it.
And on this episode of Monty Python,
Why do I feel like I've already been asked to lick people? I don't even remember the context.
I don't either. It just started.
It was when we
Susie.
had the like mining carts, right? And we were trying to
yes,
and had the
okay.
tracks. Yes. We're just trying to be thorough, Van.
I don't understand. She looks dead. That's proof of death. Why would licking proving being dead make it more?
I don't know. I'm not no doctor. I guard the door.
Okay. Well, do we put the old ladies with the goblins, with the gnomes, the bodies?
No. These gnomes be alive. You put her with the dead gnomes.
I know. Okay, so we do put it with the dead gnomes. Same place.
Yeah, of course you put her with the dead gnomes if she's dead.
I don't know. Maybe
It's like it's your
to...
first day here.
That's
Well, I
everyone's
mean,
first day somewhere.
I only dealt with gnomes. This is my first person, my first people. Gnomes aren't people. My first human. Way to sound racist. And I'll kind of just drag NJ out of the center and say, well, at least we're gonna clean her up and make sure she doesn't have anything valuable on her. We'll be back, guys. And I kind of like wave them off and try to walk into darkness so that the darkness of night hopefully doesn't show us going in the completely wrong direction for wherever the graves are supposed to be.
They don't stop you.
That was a complete and utter catastrophe.
Yes. I'm not exactly sure what we were attempting to accomplish, but it didn't seem to work. So
We could just slit their throats.
I'm liking this idea.
yeah, we could always go with murder.
We could throw their bodies
Welcome
to the
in
group, NJ.
with the gnomes.
Am I the only one who's getting really annoyed with how condescending these guards are and so
Yes,
judgmental?
Yes. Yeah.
They're just such decent human beings, and it bugs me.
I was told not to murder anybody, especially if they're decent. So I'm keeping my mouth shut, but we could just murder them, put them with the gnomes, and put their little heads down so nobody recognizes them. Take their clothes. Done.
Are we out? Am I out of range with Fenorin?
Yes, you guys successfully get out of range.
What? What did you do to me? What?
Oh, luckily I didn't lift you.
Hello there, Mr. Poopy Pants.
And I use where is that spell? That dirty old that cleaning spell.
You didn't actually
Prestidigitation?
relieve yourself.
Okay,
You just
good,
made it
good.
smell like you relieved yourself.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you have that spell, you can clean yourself up.
I use that spell as my cantrip. Prestidigitation.
You
And I look over
uncrap
at
your pant.
Ryoko and I go,
Yes.
you sport, you have some, you're scrappy. You got some gumption to you. And I give you a bardic inspiration.
I feel inspired. Let's go slit their throats.
Yes.
Well, before we go slit some throats, we could still try a diplomatic fashion. I could make you invisible, Ryoko. You could pick the lock, and then darkness, and then the gates open, and then hopefully we let them all out. And then, if they didn't catch on what we're doing, then we can slit some throats. How does that sound?
Okay, I think that sounds reasonable. And maybe
All
that'll
right.
save my soul a little from all the murder. Okay.
I was
Am I
kind of
invisible?
amped up.
Yeah, I'll make Ryoko invisible.
Yes. All right.
All right.
I go over and I start picking the lock.
Yeah, first give me a stealth roll
Very good.
And then
With-
DM.
with advantage because you're invisible. Yes.
And also, are you rolling for our guard friends?
Huh?
On this?
Yeah.
Okay. How many guards are there right now?
2.
2. Dang it. Okay.
What you trying to
17.
do?
I have a pre-roll here. That sounds bad. I have a pre-roll here.
Important.
That's a pretty darn bad roll that I can cast upon a friend, an enemy.
Yeah. You're all right. Give me a sleight of hand check, Ryoko.
And if you have proficiency with thieves' tools, I don't know.
Thieves tools, then you'll add your proficiency again.
What am I doing? Perception?
No, sleight of hand.
Stealth. Sleight of hand. Yes. Okay, very good. '21.
You begin picking the lock, And as you're doing so, you can hear the ever so faint clicking of the thieves' tools inside the lock. And if you kind of like look up a little bit, the guards. Do you hear that? Could be a badger. It doesn't sound like a badger. Maybe it's a bird. And they begin to kind of like turn away from you. So now their backs are to you as they're like looking around into the darkness. And the lock comes free and you're able to push you're able to push the door inward very slowly. And as you do so, it begins to creak. And the guards kind of stop and they slowly look back at each other. And then they look at the open door and then at each other. What do you do?
I cast darkness. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm very excited right now.
Me too.
Where would you like to cast the darkness?
And you can also cast it on an object if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm looking at that paragraph right now. I think an object would be good. But I don't know if I have. I can cast it on. What would I cast it on? I've never used this before. I don't know what to do. Maybe cast it on like the tools I'm using, and then they can walk with me. I don't know. How does one normally use this?
Yeah, you can do
spell?
that.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever item it's like light, where like if people cast light on a coin, they can then like throw the coin and the light will travel. So literally whatever object you cast this spell on, the spell will follow that object wherever it goes.
Do I need the darkness to follow me? Or I could cast it on the cage door so that they're in darkness and then we can run out of the darkness, but then they could run out of the darkness. So let's do I have anything? I don't know if I have my notes. Not in this one. I'm going to I don't know what to cast it on. I don't think I have anything. I probably have a gold coin, but I don't have anything in this new note section of my D&D sheet since I had to move Ryoko's stuff. Please hold.
Intermission.
Intermission.
And it doesn't have to be one of your objects.
So are we watching this happen the whole time, right?
No, I mean you can't really see her. She's pretty far off. It's pretty dark. You guys just sent your rogue off into the darkness.
We really didn't plan this, did we?
That's where she thrives, guys.
That's where she thrives. Yeah,
It is.
like you've bestowed complete and utter faith in your rogue.
Okay. I want to cast darkness.
We're terrible friends.
I would have argued if I wanted to, but secretly Ryoko wants the kills if kills need to happen. And then I want to bring their heads to my friends because that's an act of friendship. And so Ryoko's not upset.
It's kind of like when a cat brings a dead bird to you.
Exactly, yes.
Mhm.
Being likened to a cat is a huge compliment because that is very Ryoko. Okay, I'm going to cast this, but can I cast it on one of their weapons so it follows them around?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I want to do that. How does one cast darkness? I just say I'm going to do it?
Pretty much.
Okay, I cast darkness on, what do they have? Do they have like a sword or something?
They're both carrying spears.
Very good. One of their spears, whichever one looks bigger and more deadly, I want to cast it on his spear.
They look nearly identical and rather
Okay.
cheap. Do you want to cast it on the deep voiced guy or the higher voiced guy?
I see what I did there. I want to cast it on whichever guy looks like he could take us out first. So if like the deeper voice guy is like bigger than the other guy, then I want to cast it on his spear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you cast darkness on his spear, and as soon as the darkness grows and envelops them, you hear both of them. Is Igor up to his tricks again? I'm getting rather tired of this. All right. Well, let's go. And you hear like kind of like some fumbling, like they're reaching around for something, and then one of them pulls the cage door closed, and they begin to walk off into the darkness. And they get so far as to leave your area, so now you are not enveloped, and you can hear a very angry, "It goes gotten better. The darkness is still here. It's bigger." But
my darkness is bigger.
you can see the this big sphere of darkness just going off into the night and disappearing as these two are just kind of complaining. But you're left there with
Does Susie see
cage.
anything?
I think I should be able to see everything because I have Devil's Sight.
Yeah, Susie. Eventually, you see way off in the distance, like they've completely lost their heading. They've lost their direction. You can see two guards, arms out, just kind of like feeling. Every once in a while, one of them will trip over something like a rock or a branch, and the other one will berate them for it.
Can I assist with that? Like, go place little sticks or things in front of them just to make them trip more and distract them.
Yeah, give me a series. Give me 3 stealth rolls. And while you're doing that, Ryoko, what are you doing?
So the cage door itself is locked again, or can I still push it?
It's locked again. Yeah.
Okay, I repick the lock.
Cool. Sleight of hand check.
Please don't mess up this roll. Oh, a natural 20.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, you've done this before, and you've done it while being really quiet. You're nearly an expert at this. You pick the lock, you push the gate open, and beyond, you realize that there are dozens of terrified gnome faces.
It's
And you
okay,
hear a little girl, "Mommy, what's happening?"
I just whisper into the dark and I say, "Freedom."
And they realize what's happening. They begin going through the cage door, and they immediately turn around the cage, and they head off. They all run off into the forest. They're all disappearing into the darkness. The third guard comes around the corner, and he sees the last of the gnomes leaving the door, and
I have also left the cage.
picked a bad time to go pee. Ooh. And you see him, he begins searching on the ground. He picks up a rock, and he just bashes himself in the head, and he like falls to the ground.
We didn't do that. Not our fault.
Not me. Not it.
Susie, you find a bunch of stuff. You find rocks, you find big branches, you find lots of things. And using your devil's sight, you begin placing them in order so that they're tripping over something nearly every time they take a step. And they get so fed up that the high-voiced one, he goes, "Enough of this!" And he just he sits down on the ground, and you hear the other one, You're pouting again, ain't you? All right. And you see him sit down on the ground too. Like they've just like given up.
And that was Susie's.
That was
person?
Susie, yeah.
Okay.
Now what are you guys doing?
Rin's gonna go run off into the forest to the where all the gnomes ran off to let them know, like, hey, you guys are free now, but and then he'll also let them know where the hole is that we found Garth Giebers and all the other villagers down there.
Cool. Yeah. You're pretty far away. You'd need to run after them. I'm gonna say you run off. You're in the forest and you do catch up, but the very moment you say, "Hey," a bunch of
that's
gnomes
the
turn
first.
around and just begin chucking rocks at you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not with the Colts. I take the mask off and like just kind of like ow. Do they continue pelting me with rocks?
They kind of pause and they look at each other. Roll persuasion.
This is how we lose Vanarin.
15.
Why are you dressed like one?
Well, we were kind of sneaking into the village to save you all. We were here with Susie, and we wanted to make sure that you all were
Susie.
safe.
Susie?
Yeah, Susie.
Susie Weebers?
Yes.
She's alive?
She's alive, yeah.
Where?
She's back in the village, but she's still pretending to be a guard back there.
Why did she come back?
Well, honestly, I'm going to lie to them and say, we heard that you guys were in trouble, and that's why we came as soon as possible.
She needs to go. You got to get her out of here.
Oh, wait. Well, we thought we were coming here to save you. Why?
Right, thank you. But you got to get her out of here.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So the rest of the village is over there. I'll get her out of here. I'm confused. Bye. And I'll just run back. Like, I'm doing a lot of running.
Wait. You got to get the gnomes in the pits.
There's gnomes in the pits.
There's gnomes in the pits.
I saw the turtle, but I didn't see
Of
no
course there
gnome.
are.
You stay away from that turtle. You got to get the gnomes out of the pits. They need them gnomes. They need them gnomes. They need Susie. You got to get them all out of the pit. We're in big trouble.
All right. Yeah, we'll get in the gnomes out of the pits then. And yeah, and I'll run away and say, and I'll let Susie know, hey, you need to get out of here, and also get in the pit at the same time. Let's go.
Okay. Just follow him.
Ryoko. I'm like, I don't even know who Ryoko was. I'm just running past her a couple of times, like as I go past.
Guess
The
we're
gnomes.
following Vanarin.
Yeah, I'm going where Van goes.
Yeah, right.
Is he always like this?
Only
No.
when we do something to cause chaos. He's our chaos coordinator.
Oh,
yes.
So you just
All the
you
time.
always seem to be calm.
Yes,
Yeah.
usually
totally.
calm. Mhm.
Yep. That's why I'm growing gray hair.
It's the Ryoko effect. My mom says that too. It's fine.
Yes, apparently there's more gnomes in the pits that we must save. And they're worried about you, Susie. So that's good to hear, I guess, for you. But I don't know what exactly you are to this village. I thought you were their savior, but then they also want you to get out of here. So I don't exactly know. What is your position in this village?
I think she's looking up jobs and not listening.
I'm listening, but
Oh,
also
okay.
looking up jobs. Guys, do you think it could be this too? Sorry, I'm not stressed. All right. Let's pretend I didn't hear what you said for the audience out there.
Yeah. Basically, Van asked you. Well, they were worried about you, but Van just thought you were like the village protector. What exactly are you to this village?
You know what, Van? I don't even know. Like, they're like, get out of here every day. And apparently, Glenn's all, that was supposed to be your training because you're going to become the village guardian and protect us from the great evil and darkness that will invade the land. And I'm like, I met a unicorn and I didn't know I was allowed to come back. But here we are. And apparently, I have responsibilities. And I just wanted to, I don't know, play with my unicorn friend. So we're back and we're going to shave the town and the village, and I feel like we've all become best friends, and so that was a lucky side effect. And I just trust you, and if you say go jump in that pit, guess what, Banner? And I am jumping in the pit.
What?
I was
What?
warned not to do that. Don't jump in the pit.
Oh,
But we need to go in the pit, but don't jump in it. That sounds like a bad idea.
okay.
There's a ramp. We can go down the ramp. What's up, NJ?
What is unicorn protector of the village? What is going on here?
Yeah, we had when we saw God, we also met a unicorn.
It was quite a trip.
And a golden elk.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, he
That we
sounds
tried
nice.
to kill.
Yet you will
Oh.
notice that the man
That
who
we're-
tried to kill him is no longer here with us. So let that
Wait,
be.
wait. Hold on. You've lost someone before. Nope, that's just for another time.
No. We didn't lose him. He left willingly,
Yes.
his own volition, for nothing related to our group behavior at all.
So
You
I'm
you're
want to
sure
saying
go get
he's,
more macho?
he's still alive?
Yes.
Yes.
Getting
Okay.
swole.
Getting swole.
Well, I don't feel that my elderly woman costume will be quite recognized down in the pits.
Fair. Do you want to join us as cultists?
Oh, do you have another costume I could put on? Perhaps a new charade?
I mean, we had 8 robes.
Oh,
I assume. I mean, did you? Because we took some, but I don't know. Did you take one for yourself as well, NJ?
of course.
Okay, then yeah, you can turn into it. Sure.
No.
Without a doubt.
Oh, I pick up costumes whenever I can. And just even though I'm assuming they're black robes.
I know the mask
Yeah.
is black. Okay.
Okay, well, just monochromatic.
It'd be a really weird cult if it wasn't a black robe.
With dark blood red or like not the color. Because
Got
only good guys wear blue robes.
Yes, that's how you know I'm good. See, blue robe. I'm good, guys.
You're wearing black right now.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know who I was talking to.
This fine. This monochromatic robe shall be fine for me now. I think black is very slimming right now.
All right,
Like,
into the pit.
no, it's not myself. I don't know. Some of those court meals, very full. I put the robe on myself
Whoa, NJ, when did you get here and where did the old lady go?
with a slight flourish. Ta-da!
So are we at the pits but not jumping into it?
No, you're not at the pits yet, because you didn't want to. You guys stayed pretty hidden while NJ made his transition into a cult member. You guys do begin headed toward the pit, led by Vanarin, and a ways off, you see a small fire with a stew pot hanging over it, and there's 6 cultists all around the stew pot having dinner. One of them does notice you, and
I think he wants us to join him.
I mean, fair. I'm a bit famished. I could go for a little food.
I love
Get
stew.
a- Ryoko, are you still invisible?
Gluten-free?
I don't know. Am I?
It does an
Great
hour.
question.
So unless you try to stab something or cast this another. Oh wait, you cast a spell.
I'll
Once you
say-
cast. Sorry,
Oh.
I forgot. Once you cast darkness, you let the invisibility up.
Good. That means I can eat stew. So I hope they offer us some and it's not poison.
Yeah, you guys head over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you head over. The one guy who waved you over is now spooning ladles of stew into wooden bowls and handing them out. And he hands them out to you guys as you approach. And he says, "There's mutton, there's potato, there's something else. Not a cook."
Nice. I'll start picking it without like taking a spoon or anything. I'll just kind of pick at it with my fingers.
"What are you, an animal? We got spoons." And he points to a nearby rock. And there's a bunch of spoons just piled on it.
What are you, my mother? And I'll just continue to eat it with my fingers.
I grab a spoon.
No, I'm not.
Then I'll enjoy stew like I wanted to. Thank you.
All right. Well, I mean, don't forget to have Gerald bless the food.
Okay, but why? I'm already eating it.
All right, never mind. Anybody else want Gerald bless your food?
Yes.
Yeah, you hold out your bowl, and Gerald just kind of he takes out a holy symbol from his pocket and he taps it on the edge of your bowl.
I am blessed.
Well, not yet. You're not. You go to eat it.
Yes. And I take a spoonful.
Yeah, it's real good.
Ah, yeah. I was waiting for you to tell me if I was dying.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, so I eat it.
We're all
Is-
waiting to find out if you're dying.
It
I didn't
is
want to.
delicious.
I didn't
he
wanna-
holds his holy symbol out to everybody else. Like,
I give him my bowl.
he taps it.
I'm frozen, I think, though.
You're
I didn't want them.
frozen?
Sorry.
Am I frozen?
No,
Oh yeah, you are. Oh,
Okay,
I
good.
think you're just really still.
it's been doing that like the whole time. Yours especially has just been real jumpy. That's it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
taps the bowl with his holy symbol.
Do I see like is there any like do I sense any like real form of like power coming from this holy symbol?
Do you have a spell?
It would have been so wise to do before eating after it.
I do actually have a spell, but I would have to cast it.
Yeah, so if you would like to cast it, you may.
Let me see. Where is it? Never mind. Forget that. Yeah.
Before I eat it, I'm just gonna go ahead and cast my own spell. Detect thoughts. Oh, where is
On
that?
who?
On our blesser.
Yeah, you hear him thinking, I never should have told people I could do this. Got to do it to everybody's food now. Everybody always wants their food blessed.
Well, thank you for
That's
blessing
So
my
easy.
food.
They could have just learned this for themselves, but they didn't.
It's so magical when you do it, though. You do so good
What?
when you bless people's food. You do good.
Oh. Thanks.
Yeah.
Answering questions that no one could hear.
Oh, awkward. That's so funny. Yes. Sometimes I get lost in the story.
Lost in the sauce.
Without even asking, he just like taps everybody's bowl real quick, and he like goes to the other side of the fire and he sits and he taps his own bowl and he begins eating. They all kind of fall into the usual conversation. They're talking about what they did that day, what the gnomes found, any good treasures they had. They're also talking about how, man, they wish they could get out of here. This is, the garbage detail. Nobody wants to be here. Nobody wants to hurt the gnomes, but here they are because somebody told them something important is under the village, and now they got to hunt down this kid, and they don't even know where the kid is. They just know the kid's been gone a really long time, and how on earth are they going to recognize a kid that nobody has seen in years? And why do they need the kid anyway? Oh, the boss needs the kid. It has something to do with the pit, blah blah blah, and they just keep going on and on and on until one of them finally begins talking about how he was just with the gnomes that were clearing out the longhouse, and they didn't find that book that the elder had been writing.
Oops.
But then everybody's like finished with their food, and they begin to, just kind of like talk, and one of them begins to slowly stamp out the fire half-heartedly, and then they all solemnly bid each other good night. Shift's over. They're hitting the sack. One of them looks at you guys. Night.
Have a good one. You see me just kind of like wipe my finger around the bowl as if I'm just cleaning the rest of it.
Love
Yeah.
this.
You guys now feel well rested.
Yay! Are we alone now?
Like a long
Yeah.
rest?
Yeah, well rested. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
that was some blessed stew.
Huh.
If
All right.
there's nobody around,
think
No, it's
we're
just you
alone
guys.
now.
yay! Can I try to pull out that book now that we're not in a hurry and see if I can see, like, maybe that's the book they were talking about, and read it real fast?
Sure.
#take2. Yay! Okay, I pull out the book.
How fast are you reading the book?
Well, about as fast as I can while comprehending the context.
Okay, cool.
Or
Give me
text or
a
context.
perception check.
Guys, this is just not my day. That would be a 10.
Yeah, you're flipping through it really quickly, just trying to pick out like keywords. But
Can
you
I-
flip all the way. What?
Go ahead.
You flip all the way through it as fast as you can without actually finding anything that might pertain to this situation.
Is it written in common?
It's in common, yeah.
I look around my group to see who might be smart and want to like read this. Am I allowed to have a partner read?
You can see if somebody else can do it, but there's not going to be any more perception rolls. You guys have to figure out a different roll that you can make. I'm not going to spam perception rolls.
No. Can you do like a history roll if it's a history book and like?
It's not a history book.
Ooh, he told us it's not a history book. We got a clue.
And would it be an investigation roll or an arcana?
You could try an investigation roll or an arcana. You'd have to tell me specifically what you're looking for.
Unless you have an idea, Focus. I have.
Looking for magical runes or texts or anything, sigils.
Before, correct me if I'm wrong, this would be a role that I could give a bardic inspiration to.
Sure.
I look over the robes and say, old man, sometimes people in black robes don't look quite right, but you seem to pull them off just as well as you pull off their blue robes.
Thank you. Thank you. I have to switch from my cultist voice. You want me to? I'm gonna look for anything magical in nature in the book.
Okay. Are you like whipping through it really quickly?
No, not quite. Not quite Gandalf looking through the textbooks in the Fellowship speed, but slightly slower. Because I know we don't have all night.
Cool. Give me Arcana.
Okay. And Bardic Inspiration. You said you gave me Bardic Inspiration?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. You're a scholar and a gentleman.
Oh, you're both.
That would be a 14.
Cool. You don't find any kind of runes. You don't find any mentions of specific magics or spells. But what you do find, there she is. What you do find are some references to Susie about latent magical abilities that need to be trained.
I'll put this in my diary.
The elder is lamenting in his writing about what a shame it is that such a heavy responsibility could possibly be laid on such an innocent, pure, and kind child. And
Sorry.
against all advice from the other elders and counselors within the village and the surrounding areas, he has elected to let her be a child and to wait until she's older before telling her what she is and what she's meant to do. There's an amusing tale at one point about how she burned down 3 of the village hives, leaving many of their bees dead and them with only a little bit of honey.
Oops.
To last through the summer months. But he does end by praising the power that such a child could have and what an asset she will be in the future. Since then, he's just kind of trusted that whatever she does to be a kid will surely help her grow in the ways that she needs before she's told. After that's the last entry for several months before you come across another one. Just saying, Susie's gone. I should have told her. I've doomed us all. And then every entry after that is just a normal entry detailing, different gnomes coming of age or different buildings that have been erected or different events that have happened throughout the village.
All right. I relay this to the group.
Oh. That does not intimidate me at all.
You're powerful, Susie.
Susie Reapers.
You're a wizard, Susie.
Sorcerer, thank you. Okay, well, not sure what to do with this information right now or how to process it. So shall we focus on the problem in front of us today?
Focus.
Oh!
Oh,
That's me.
I see what you did there.
So we have to be careful. If we're going to have you go into the pits, the guards were a bit loudmouthed, and they said that they wanted you in that pit.
We keep saying pit. Do we know what kind of pit? Is it like a fighting pit? And she starts stretching.
Oh.
It's an excavation that goes straight down about like 100 feet. So, like a hole in the ground kind of pit.
Can I go
Where
in with
lives
her,
a
or would that be
hobbit.
suspicious?
I mean, you're all still in disguise.
I was gonna say, I don't think it should be, right?
I'll protect you, Susie. They'll never get a hold of you.
I've got your back too,
I will
Ryoko.
slit their throats and wear their blood.
She's done it before.
We just have to hope that you don't somehow activate some kind of ritual while you go down there. I don't know exactly what you were to this town and like how you were supposed to, what responsibilities this entails, but they obviously believe it's something to do with this hole they dug. So we have to be careful while you're down there. We want to make sure don't jump in any mysterious like pentagons or anything like that.
Avoid any suspicious crystals. as well.
Don't put on any masks. I know you have a habit of doing that.
She does.
I'm wearing one right now.
It's the
True.
only one you can wear for now.
Is there a way? Nope, it probably wouldn't matter. I was looking to see if minor illusion lets you change your own voice or how
What's
tall you
alter
are.
self? Yeah, alter self is the one that you'd want for that.
Is that its own spell or is that a part of minor illusion?
That's alter. It's a different spell.
Okay, I don't have alter self. Okay. Because why would Susie want that? She loves her the way she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like open.
Let's see. Okay, well, I have nothing that'll help me with that, so we'll just keep on going, I guess.
You have me. I'll help you.
I
with
do.
that. I
do
could punch
have
you in the throat, and then your voice will change.
It would.
The options there. I'd rather not, but I'm here to support whatever you need.
You know what? That's going to be our backup plan. If they think I'm a kid, punch me in the throat, as like whether it's like an elbow, so it's a little more subtle. We'll just see what happens.
It's helping.
Hi, how are you? All right.
All right. So we're descending into the pit and just being careful to make sure Susie doesn't activate any rituals if we could avoid it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a great plan.
Does this call for piggyback rides?
I'll give you a piggyback ride. Would that be suspicious?
It would not be suspicious.
I could carry you under my arm. Like a football.
I was gonna say like a football. Okay, that's cool. We always get into situations, so what's one more? Let's do it.
And so you shall. But that is where we are ending tonight. Next week, you guys will descend into the pit, and we will see what happens. Hooray!
I'm
Good job.
excited.
Thanks everybody for being here. We'll see you next week for another exciting episode of Oh Gosh, Oh Gosh, Oh Gosh, Oh Gosh, Oh Gosh.